Down to what it is, mano a mano. And if you ain't got more heart than me, if you ain't been working harder than me, if you ain't sacrificed more than me, I'm gonna destroy you. And I'm not retreating. I'm not running. I don't care what they say on paper. I don't care how many games you won. I don't care if you say we outnumbered. We live by this and we die by this. We don't retreat. We don't run. Every man must search his own soul. That's why that Martin Luther King quote, that's why I say like you don't judge a person by where they stand in times of comfort and convenience. You judge them by where they stand in times of challenge and controversy. And if you ain't work, like when you work for something, it gives you a different type of attachment to it. The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. That's why cats can give up so easy. They ain't got nothing invested. They ain't worked for it. They ain't sacrificed for it. Every time it get tough, they go weed. They ain't working for it. Right? They ain't got nothing sacrificed into it. But when a cat work for something, like when a cat been sacrificed for something, well, you're gonna have a cold day in hell before you take it from them. Because they value it different. Everything you fighting for, we'll give it to you and we'll make you king. You'll reign supreme over everything and everybody gotta report to you. They told him that, but they said one word, and when they said the one word, every time they said the one word, he'll walk off and he'll shake his head. And the one word that they said was submit. Every time they mentioned submission, it was like he just went into another mold and he wasn't trying to hear him. So when my man came to him on the horse, he said, we gotta submit. When he said we gotta submit, you saw his eyes got big and he transformed into something else. He went to him, the thing that stuck to me, dude, he told him, every man must search his own soul. And he said, while you at it, like you've been battling with me, you've been going with me, but when the adversity and the opposition and the challenge got tougher, you said, you gotta go. Like we dead, so while you at it, you search your own soul and you run off and you tell everybody, we gonna stand and we gonna live and we gonna die by what we stand for, and everybody gonna know what we represent and what we're a part of. In the year of 2006, something happened that ended up being what I consider the third best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, and that was my career-ending injury. 2 minutes left in the game, and I was just going to make a tackle, routine tackle, that was supposed to end the game, right? And when I hit the cat, 2 hours later, I found myself in the emergency room fighting for my life. I wake up the next morning, life hasn't been the same ever since. Paralyzed right arm and hand, and life just was different. When my injury happened, I went from under the 438, bench pressing 325 pounds, to having 350 staples in my body, getting cut twice in my right rib, cut across from my pec. They took out my right pec, bottom of my armpit to the bottom of my hand, slashed me across the right side of my neck, across the left side of my neck. I had to grab my father's shoulder and learn how to walk again. This ain't lip service, man. And they told me, Ink, we're gonna send you back home to Atlanta. I'm from this city. Grew up on the east side of this city. Mother had me at 16 years old. 125 Warren, Zone 6, took me back to a 2-bedroom home. There's 14 of us living there. I used to sleep in the bed by myself until I got to college. And when it happened, and they said, Ink, we're sending you back to Atlanta. I said, I'm not going back to Atlanta. They said, yeah, but something traumatic has happened to you. I said, you're absolutely right. I said, yeah, but we need to give you time to process what happened. I said, I get that. I said, but order me a Dunjoy sling and a Velcro strap while y'all at it. I said, why? I said, we're going back to practice with my teammates. They said, but you can't play, your career's over. I said, this ain't about a game. This is about me fulfilling what I said I was going to do. Like as a man, like I was raised, the worst thing a man could ever do is lie to himself. The worst thing a man could do is look in the mirror and say he gave everything he had to it and know he didn't give everything he had to it, right? The worst thing a man could do is look at his teammates and tell them, bro, I'm locked in, I'm gonna give you everything I got. And then when he don't get what he thought he was gonna get, he check out. That's the worst thing a man could do.